We're here in the beautiful Zug in Switzerland, and we're here with Instasupply. Could you please introduce yourself?
Hello everyone, this is Lee Pruitt. I'm the CEO of Instasupply.
And what does Instasupply do actually?
So Instasupply does supply chain financing on the blockchain. We're based in London, England. We've been going for about 3 years. We've got a little over 2,000 businesses that are medium-sized businesses that use us to manage all their suppliers, all their purchase orders, and all their invoicing back and forth with each other.
All right. And is it something you can do via database, but you use actually the blockchain?
So we actually do it. The workflow is managed by a database. The financing piece is the critical part that actually where you need blockchain, because you actually need to introduce a third party to come in to help finance these approved invoices, and the blockchain helps facilitate that.
All right. What kind of blockchain are you using?
So we're using Ethereum.
All right. You satisfied?
So far, so good. We're quite pleased with it, and happy with how the technology works.
Do you see any improvements that are necessary for your business? Well, if you want to ask Vital, like, I want this improvement.
Yeah, I mean, I think scalability and cost is always on the back of everyone's mind. I mean, it certainly is ours. It's also one of the reasons why we do use a database for some probably important transactions that probably should be recorded to the blockchain, but simply because of cost, we've chosen to exclude them. So, cost and scalability are always something that we're looking at.
All right. And for instance, for our viewers in the Benelux, what kind of clients do you actually serve with your service?
So mid-market businesses, these are businesses that are not enterprise level. They don't have any ERP systems in place. Typically our average customer manages about 200 to 300 different suppliers. They've got multiple geographies that they're in, probably around 400, 500 staff in total.
All right. So all kinds of businesses, I mean, automotive, agriculture perhaps?
Well, agricultural, if you think about hotels, student accommodation that, stretches multiple, big companies managing student accommodations, hospitals. Typically, what we find is businesses that don't have a centralized purchasing department, that are very decentralized in nature, just by the mere operation itself. Those are the kind of clients that we focus on.
All right. Any big names, perhaps? Or?
Oh, big names. Probably none that you would recognize, just simply because we're not focusing on enterprise level businesses. But there's like I said, multiple hotel chains. I mean, we've even got businesses that manage actors in Australia for so it's quite a gamut of type of companies that use us.
All right. And what do they say actually about the blockchain tag? I mean, are they willing to integrate it in their business? I mean,
well, I think they're indifferent. Actually, I mean, blockchain for them is meaningless. What they really want is a better process than what they have currently. Cheaper, but one that gives them visibility and transparency. Typically, these are very paper-heavy processes. I mean, business-to-business payments and all the steps preceding to making a payment requires a lot of people. It's very antiquated, and ultimately, what they're looking for is one single hub to where they can actually, understand that is the payment that they made to another supplier valid.
And for growing the business, are you looking for new funds, or do you already had some funding rounds? Or?
So we have raised some money, and we will be raising more money as well, and we will be doing a token ourselves too. Okay. And as far as getting more and more clients, it's what we found in our products. Again, it's a bit of a network effect. Anytime one business comes on board, 300 other businesses come on board. So and a portion of those businesses use our product as well for their suppliers.
So actually, what would be the use of this token, or do you have an idea about it already? Or?
Yeah, so I think the use of the token is to help incentivize buyers and suppliers to on performing certain types of behavior. So we know for suppliers, they need to be incentivized to upload their invoice correctly in a certain type of format, and make sure that it matches the purchase order that they were issued. For buyers, the token's actually used to help for them to share in some of the discount that's offered out of the trade finance. So I think it's an interesting concept for them to be able to use third-party financing or bring that to the table, and also turn their payables into a revenue stream without them having to use their own treasuries themselves.
Right. So it's a utility token. Obviously, are you already looking for a jurisdiction for this utility token, or?
Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, where will it be regulated? This utility token, which country?
I mean, we're in the UK, so we're abiding by EU and US regulations around tokens.
All right. So any metrics on the token sale yet, or like soft hard cap, price of the token, name of the token?
Yeah, so the token is called PayBlock because that's used to facilitate payment.
Good name.
Yeah, and Instasupply comes from instantly paying your suppliers, and so everything's on our site. We'll be doing the token sale in the fall. And you can find out all your information there. So go to instasupply.com.
All right. Thank you very much, Lee, for your talk, and all the best with the token sale.
Thank you.
All right.
Cheers.
Yes.
All right. Is that good?
Yes. Do you have a car?